Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free? Ooh, and the home of the brave. Welcome to the Daily Grind, and welcome to America.
Still better than Fergie.
Oh God! Well, see, you can't see what I'm wearing below my waist. I did, in fact, just pee my pants. Welcome to the Daily Grind, y'all. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. If you're noticing something a little different, we don't normally go 3 wide on Mondays, but the Olympics are over, and I needed to get the whole family in here. I need to get everybody in here. I got Uncle Buck with me. I got Buckets with me. How is everybody?
Good.
Yeah, we're good, man. Good weekend and ready to start the week. Let's go.
Hell yeah. So we're just gonna thank you, Wayno. He said that was solid. I'm gonna put that up here just because I think the world needs to know.
Leave it. Leave it the whole time.
Leave it the whole show.
The whole time.
So unless you were living under a rock, we're just gonna go right into it. The Olympics are officially over. And it ended, in my opinion, on what might have been two of the best basketball games I've seen in a long time.
Mhm.
Like both. Let's start with the men first. I don't even know where to start.
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
That's where you start. I'm telling you, and I know I saw it all over Twitter, but in the moment I was like, this is what it feels like. I was holding my 5-month-old son. We had just had a birthday party. The neighbors had just had a birthday party for their daughter across the street. Everybody's running and playing and tired. I came in with my son, put him to bed. We're just rocking in the chair, just like dads do. And my buddy came over, and Steph Curry hit that last three, and I almost dropped him. I'm out of the chair. Yeah! I mean, the nap is over. Okay. But I lost it, dude. Like, if that's how Golden State Warriors fans have felt for the last 15 years, like, I get it.
Dude.
Goodness, man. We've got Steph hit a pantheon of Patriots that we will never see for a long time, along with LeBron, who just absolutely carried this team to an Olympics MVP. I was in Corinth. I was helping my aunt move. They asked me to move a dresser. I said, "You hold 1 minute." Steph hit that three. I was like, "Let's go!" And my 88-year-old grandfather was asleep like this. He just goes.
Awesome. Soon as Steph Curry hit that three, Rusty was so pumped that he threw that dresser on his shoulder.
That's toting the thing around.
Man, I don't know what we trashed all week. Maybe not trash, but Steph Curry decided that he was going to be one of the top 20 ever players in the medal games, like both medal games. I was just so amazed and impressed, and like, let's give the French team their due first. I know you don't want to do that, Uncle Buck, but let's specifically Wembanyama. The way Wembanyama was playing, I was terrified all game. Like, Kerr was throwing all three centers at him because he couldn't figure out what to do. Like Bam, Shocker. Joel, and AD, all three played, and Wemby had it not been until Wemby was playing like he was under the impression he was the best player on the floor. Mm-hmm. And I was scared crapless. I was really worried until the fourth quarter.
Him with confidence is scary.
Gosh.
You kind of hope that, like, as a rookie and as a first time Olympian, he's like timid. Because you've got guys like Evan Fournier and Gobert and even Yabusele who's played in Olympics before. And so you're just kind of hoping that he does the whole Devin Booker role. Like, hey, I'm just here to fill a role. You guys lead. But no, he was all in, all gas, no breaks. And he is terrifying.
Yes.
Goodness.
Yes.
He is from, like, it's hard to believe we're the same species. Like, watching him move and be that big, it's like that dude he's a further step along the human development. We're not the same creature. That's it. Like, I'm not so sure they don't keep him under the arena in San Antonio like they used to Kawhi Leonard when they would charge him under the stadium before he'd come play basketball. I think it's kind of the same. But we did have our moment, right? We were all hoping. I called for it last week. It was all over Twitter. We needed that Kobe Powell moment, and we got it when Ant assisted. I think it was it KD to hit that shot
Yep, it was KD.
over Gobert, and Ant gets in Gobert's face. USA. I'm like, oh, inject that in my veins, man. Let's go.
I got so excited. I looked at Kyla. I was like, Kyla, they're on the same team. They're on the same team. Because I was like, it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Trust me. I'm being on it.
This is a moment.
I'm telling you, it was amazing. And I got to ask you guys, because I felt this afterwards. Like, I've never been a Steph Curry hater. I've been a Golden State hater, but like the lion's share of hate has always been Draymond and Clay. I've always hated Clay and Draymond. I've always appreciated Steph because he single-handedly changed the game of basketball, and he's the best shooter that's ever lived. I have so much respect for Steph. But after watching that, I'm like, I'm ready. Like Mount Rushmore, all time, Steph Curry. Like he's up there. I don't know who you're knocking off, but he is a no-brainer, like stamped top 5 NBA basketball player of all time.
Yeah, man. And I saw like prime Ray Allen, and I thought Ray Allen was like the best shooter of all time until Steph Curry laced him up in Golden State. And just for him, you know, DG now has 2 claims to fame, right? Like he had knighted Ja. Ja calls him out on an interview. GG says that Steph is going under 11.5, and all he did was average like 30 points after that.
2 games in a row, he went nuclear.
Yeah. So clearly he's reading the tweets, DG. You're getting to him,
telling you. Can you imagine the French basketball coach? All right, so that last possession, the last shot that Steph, they double teamed Steph Curry
over the double
with
team.
Kevin Durant's defender. Like, what kind of world are we in? Like, and he just kicks it over to Durant, and Durant's like, "Nah, bro, you got it." And then he just runs towards the bench and shoots, and it's just like, dude, what do you do, man?
There's a picture of him shooting over Wemby, and the ball's like 30 feet in the air. Like, hang it in the Louvre, man. Like that belongs in a museum. It's incredible.
It looks like Wemby is throwing that basketball up to serve it in volleyball.
Yes.
The shot he made over the double team might be the best 3-point shot I've ever seen him make. Like I just assumed that one wasn't going in, which is a stupid assumption because it's Steph Curry.
I was just going in.
Yeah,
I knew it.
It's incredible. It was amazing. Amazing. It doesn't feel like hyperbole. It was amazing. And the French, Wemby got no help except from Yabusele.
Yeah, he was good.
Yabusele, he was good, you know, and he had his moment dunking on LeBron, but like they had no help from anyone else. Like Rudy had 2 points.
Yeah.
I just think
that's 2 more than I expected him to have.
Yeah, and he played 12 minutes. They at least let him play this time. But Wemby finished 11 for 19, just efficient. And to be that big and that efficient, 7 rebounds, it's like goodness. Like I know, and I don't want to wish my life away, but that 28 Olympics is going to be amazing in LA. It's going to be amazing.
Yep.
Oh, Rusty, you're going to be so out of your element. Those games in LA are not going to start till 9:00 at night. You're going to be so grouchy.
I've enjoyed like the afternoon games. I know. Like I moved away from the East Coast to get away from it, man.
You know, back to the French though. Me and my buddy sitting here on the couch down the stretch. They did this to themselves. Like they missed every single free throw in the fourth quarter. We were just counting them up, and they got it down to 6. And I asked my buddy, I said, how many free throws they missed this quarter? He's like, 6. I was like, well, there you go.
There it is. Oh, that hurts.
And then you get the Steph Curry 4 possessions, 4 threes and 4 possessions, and night, you know.
Yep.
We all did it together, you know.
Yeah. They hit 58% from the free throw line, and we were 100%, 8 for 8. Like you don't miss free throws, you win basketball games.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know we were 100%. That's crazy. Well, and you know, it's. Did you guys watch the medal ceremonies as well?
Yes.
Did you see them booing Embiid?
Oh, it's incredible.
Everything about it, man.
He is such a good heel. I wish he was a better basketball player, but he is a good heel.
Oh, he hit him with the Degeneration X too. Like, let him know. Let him know.
It's between that and the entire Serbian team showing up just wasted. Like,
oh my gosh, drunk Joker. I did not know I needed that in my life at that medal ceremony, but my man was a wet noodle. He was a wet noodle walking up there to get that medal.
So there's that's the kind of video you show. You're like, there's no hiding what this dude is tanked right now. Like it's
like
so
Marc
good.
Gasol in that Raptors parade. I mean, just absolute
shaking the
wet
bottle.
noodle. That's it, man.
Yeah.
Just like flailing around.
The Europeans know how to party when they win
sir.
something.
Yes,
know?
sir.
Was there anything else that about other than Draymond sneaking into the sleep picture? Was there anything else that jumped out to you other than it was KD, LeBron, and Steph Curry, 3 of the greatest to ever play the game?
Yeah, I got something to say. So I am very much a known Devin Booker hater. I can't stand him. He's a bum. He's from my great state, and I still don't like him. But Book found his role on this team as that just hustle guy. And he doesn't do it for the Suns because like they need him to be that elite scorer. But I'm going to give credit where credit's due. I still can't stand him, but dude was a hustle player. There was a tweet that resurfaced yesterday from last year. It was like, this USA team, when we got put out in FIBA, just needs that guy that'll do the little things, that'll hustle and go get rebounds. And he retweeted it and said, I'll do it. And by God, he did. He showed up in a massive way. 15.6 rebounds yesterday. 6 rebounds for Book is huge because he's not a known rebounding guard. But diving on the floor after basketball is like defending at a high level. Book showed me a lot, and I'm going to give credit where credit's due. He's still a bum, but Devin Booker showed me a lot.
Now you're just being a hater now. Like you cannot like him, but
he played great.
He's always been. He started his career as that guy. He's good scorer, but does he help winning? And I think what you saw that he is capable of helping winning. And the one thing I just wanted to make note of was, has anybody had a worse NBA championship summer than Jason Tatum? I mean, you're talking. He did not hit a single jump shot in the Olympics. Like
wild
at all.
At all.
Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, they were saying that there was conspiracies, like maybe Kerr was trying to, like there was something going on. I just don't think Jason Tatum couldn't make a shot. It's like that's why he wasn't playing, because Kerr couldn't trust him because his shot wasn't falling for whatever reason. It wasn't.
Pick a reason. Pick a reason. When you go out there, no, it's what every coach tells you. It don't matter how many minutes you got if you're productive in your minutes. But he went out there in the minutes he got and threw the ball off the side of the backboard. Like, you did it to yourself at that point.
Yeah, and Wayno beat me to it in the comments, but how about Tyrese Halliburton, man? Just like when you don't do anything in the group project, you still get an A, and he's holding his gold medal. Like, get ahead of the memes before it happens. It was awesome.
It is, with all the egos, and you've got to have an ego to be a great athlete. I don't mind egos, but with all of the the egos that you have in the NBA and in professional sports, to have somebody as self-aware in that moment as Tyrese Halliburton made me feel like he's the most relatable NBA player in the world.
I agree.
It made me like him so much more.
It's the most likable thing he's done for me was that. I was like, all right, this guy gets it. This guy gets it.
He went from like here to here. Like it was definitely a leg up for me.
And you know what? He's right, because in 4 years he's going to be on that team again because he's a gold medalist.
Yep.
He is an Olympic gold medalist for the rest of his life, and nobody's going to look up the stats.
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, because the repeat guys, I mean, you're probably Book, probably Bam, probably Ant, and who are we just talking about? I lost it.
Yeah, Bam.
Man, Jason Tatum might be there. I mean, Devin Booker will be there.
Book will be there. Did Book shoot over 50% the entire tournament?
He shot really low volume. I think he did,
but he made everything. Yeah.
Yep. I cannot. Well, and I can't wait for LA, and Tom Cruise doing his thing yesterday just made me even more excited. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Even the dude's crazy. I'm surprised he didn't die doing this stuff. It's pretty cool. Let's go to the women's really fast, because this game was more of a nail biter than the men's game. The men's game was more Wemby doing Wemby was scarier, but this USA, the women's game literally went down to the last shot when France took it, and her foot, what was her name? Oh, I can't remember her name. Williams. The French girl's foot was on the line. It was a long 2 instead of a 3, and they would have won. Or they would have sent it to overtime. And it was, considering that we have won the last 7 Olympic golds in a row, this was one that I just wasn't worried about. And so to go in and watch it and actually kind of be sweating, I was just excited. And I mean, no shade, but it's pretty cool to beat France twice and get the gold over them twice. It's just
a little
shade.
Let's be honest. We've been beating France for years.
I was
for
it.
Generations.
For centuries.
Generations.
this was not on my radar yesterday. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it's because, I mean, just Sundays are wild. And so my preconceived notion of this was as unbeatable as I thought the men's team should have been.
Yeah.
The women's team is just so much more.
Yeah.
And so to see the final score after the fact, I was like, what the crap happened? Because, I think I made this distinction. I don't know if it was on our show or on your show or on this show, but like, it feels like the women's side, the WNBA, has not been as globalized yet as the men's side has, and it's coming. And so the national teams from across the world, the Europeans and the Africans and South Americas, they are going to be better than they are now, I believe.
Oh yeah,
they're only going to start cultivating that sport in foreign countries more.
Well, we're seeing now, like with the personalities that are in the WNBA, not that they weren't there before, but with the Cameron Brinks and Caitlin Clarks and Angel Reese's and Kelsey Plums. And I tell you, I watched A'ja Wilson kick our butt when she was in South Carolina for 3 years, and she just absolutely dominated on an international stage. Now she's so good. Yeah. But with those personalities, like bringing the WNBA forward, we saw a lot of talent from this French women's team and these other women's teams that were playing. Like it's on the cusp of really making a breakout. But it was still funny though, like no shade whatsoever by this, but like they'll show like the men's stats and it's like, LeBron James leads the men's team with 18 points at halftime. And then I got an update from ESPN because I was moving some stuff and just listened to it in the background. It was like A'ja Wilson leads all scores at halftime with 6 points. And I was like, 6 points.
Yeah, it's well, and watch one thing I will say about this game. There were more. This was more sloppy on the women's part. They were turning the ball over left and right. And it was an uncharacteristic game. But the best part about both these games for me was when push came to shove, and it was, sack up and show, put your money where your mouth is time. Both teams did that. Brianna Stewart was like, you know what? We had the people, our guys and gals realized they were the best in the world, and they delivered. And it's awesome to see that gumption. I'm going to get patriotic. There's so much about that, like pull yourself up by your bootstraps that to me is just so American, like work hard, beat your, like work your ass off and you can get stuff. And to me, both these teams just solidified that for me in a big way. It was just really fun. Shout out to the Opals too. Oh, that was bad. I need to try to get the accent one more time. Go Opals. Go Wayno. Go Opals. I'm sorry, Wayno. I didn't do it all weekend. Leave me alone.
You sounded like Alfred Pennyworth.
Oh, I can't do it. Shoot, Alfred Pennyworth.
We needed every bit of those gold medals on Saturday too, if we're going to get into the gold medal count, because we needed every bit of it. How about that?
And let me gripe for a minute, because
go ahead.
We tied China.
I know
in golds, which really, put a burr in my boot. And that's the thing.
Sure. Yeah.
So there was, and immediately I'm like, all right, well, who should have gotten it? And obviously the easiest one to clown is Noah Lyles. I mean, that's just easy. We talked about him on our show, about him, getting COVID after running out of the tunnel like a banshee and then having to be wheeled off in a wheelchair after the race. We talked about that. We had great fun. Listen to it. It's on YouTube now. But the other one, I just felt like, I don't know how I feel about it. So I don't know if you watch pole vaulting. Did you watch any of the men's pole vault? I'm sorry, high jump.
Oh! I watched the whole thing with the where they had the runoff and they chose or the jump off and they chose to share it.
Yeah, well, they didn't choose to share it.
Or they didn't choose to share it.
They had the opportunity to share it, and in the moment, I'm like, the American guy from Mississippi, from Oxford,
he was awesome.
Oxford had 2 Olympians and had 2 silver medalists. Great success. But he got into a jump off with where was the other guy from?
Australia. It was or New Zealand. It was New Zealand. He was a Kiwi.
New Zealand.
Yeah, he was a Kiwi. Yeah. And
Hamish Kerr. I remember his name.
Hamish. He was. He has one upped him every time. Yeah, they both setting so many records.
Yep.
Just just trying to keep up with the other one.
Yep.
And they finally came to the end of it, and they were like, "Do you want to share this? This is an option." And the American was like, "Nah, I'm going
immediately."
And
no
I
hesitation.
respected it. I respected it so much in the moment. And then you lost, and we lost to China, or we tied China. And I was like, they handed us the gold medal that would have won it. And we were like, nah, we'll fight for it. I appreciate it. But
yeah,
I appreciate it too, but I'm with you. After watching them jump, they were both tired. I would just take it. I would have just taken that gold. But immediately that guy was like, I respect it.
I love it. The competitive spit and fire. You also immediately look at 3-on-3 basketball, like how we can be so dominant in 5-on-5 basketball and then send out like this old bunch of tired looking dudes and dudettes to play in 3-on-3 basketball. We get a bronze for the win. Like it was ugly, man. Like that's the other one where we're like, come LA, like enjoy your
they'll
kicks.
win gold in both.
Oh my gosh. We'll dominate.
Mark it down. You can't tell me that the Dutch have the best 3-on-3 basketball team. I refuse to believe that the Dutch should be winning gold in 3-on-3 basketball.
Well, because we know it's not prison rules either, because they don't have a high prison system over there. So it's not like 3 dudes that are hooping in the yard. We know it ain't that. It's like it's just it's like us playing at the Lifetime Fitness is what we're putting.
Right. I mean, that's what it was. But now you got these guys that are fading out of Olympic ball. Like let LeBron, Steph, and KD run 3-on-3 next year. Let them play 3-on-3 international, and they will absolutely mow down everybody. Like we may not even give up a point in 3-on-3 basketball.
Yep.
I don't think that it's out of the equation that LeBron James is the team captain of the American team in 28.
I mean, same, honestly.
It's really tough to doubt him at this point. It's just I don't want to. I wanted to shout out because my favorite goal that I saw, I guess it was yesterday or the day before, the women's 4x4. Where they were so fast and so far ahead of the other teams, the camera had to stop panning out. It was incredible. And the 400 is where they do the dead sprint the entire lap. We were a mile ahead, and the camera kept pulling out. And it was
American excellence.
It is. And I was dying because I was like, I thought it was a joke. I was like, what's the camera doing? And it just kept going farther and farther back. And then you finally
that dot
steadily.
So good. And I want to shout out the Australian breakdancer that we mentioned earlier because she got 0 points. Zero. And there's a great
I could have done it.
Yes.
I could have done it.
If you can find it, it's floating around the internet. Shout out Wayno. Sorry that I don't know what happened here. There's a great video of her dancing with Peter Griffin going,
oh, so good. So good.
It's so funny. It's
my
so
favorite
funny.
of those is the one where it's like my 5-year-old, Mom, Dad, can I sleep with you tonight? And it's like my 5-year-old 5 minutes later and her wallering on the floor. But like they paid for her way to the Olympics, just like every other athlete from their home country, for sure.
I think my favorite goal, if we're doing that, was one of those track ones. The 1500 that the guy with the man bun won was incredible.
Yeah.
And then what was the other guy? The guy that had the grill in, who was just
cooking.
Yeah, and pass everybody to get gold at the very end, despite looking like he was limping in the turn.
Yep, man. Distance runners are crazy. Go ahead.
My favorite gold has got to be Olivia Reeves, the USA weightlifter. She won gold for us, first one since Sydney in 2004. She went 5 for 5 on her lifts, set an Olympic and world record on the snatch, made it look easy. She called it easy, kind of had a wobble underneath it, but won gold by a lot for weightlifting. And so shout out Olivia Reeves, gold medal, USA women's weightlifting on Saturday. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Before
that was being streamed on Peacock only. Nobody was watching that.
I got to record it on YouTube TV. Thank you very much.
I do want to shout out Peacock because they were awesome. I hate Peacock.
Well
10 out of 10. It was really well done.
No, it was great.
It was incredible.
And also, do you think we could petition for I want to be laying flat and have those girls just grab me by my clothes and just, and then I'll just be the bar.
I'd pay the cost it took to get them to Nashville to do it.
It's just me laying flat, and then they just come up and they're like, "Huh!"
Instead of kilos, they lift Luke's. Like she lifted 3 Luke's on that snatch.
And they lose points if I move. And I'm like, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll be more.
3 Luke's is like 250 pounds.
How dare you? I'm. How dare you? We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back,
I can't say anything.
We're gonna talk about Mondays, and we're gonna talk about lasagnas right after this break.
One of the questions, as far as my writings for the Wizards, was, what's going to happen with Tyus Jones, and I kind of was able to narrow it down. He had 3 teams that he was primarily looking at, and that were the Memphis Grizzlies, the Phoenix Suns, and the Atlanta Hawks. From my understanding, Memphis they offered him more money. Memphis offer was somewhere around $5 to $6 million, but they wouldn't have given him an opportunity to start. And I believe that was something that was really important for him.
I'm not saying that what you're saying isn't true, but I don't think the Grizzlies actually made a serious run at Tyus Jones. And at that number, I don't even consider that serious. You know what I mean?
A lot of people in Memphis didn't really want to believe that the Grizzlies were interested in Tyus Jones. And I think a lot of, from what I saw on the internet, a lot of that has to do with you guys' expectation of what Scottie Pippen Jr. is going to be. The Memphis Grizzlies very much like Scottie Pippen Jr., but I'm also here to tell you they went out and tried to get a backup point guard.
Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Representing your country and winning, I think I'd black out on the podium. Because when I watch these people whose names I won't remember a week from now, and they're on the podium and they have tears and I start crying because I'm like, what a moment for this person. I'm getting a little nervous talking about it right now, BK.
I would shed 3 tears.
Oh.
I wouldn't be nose running crying. Not that crying. There's levels to this crying game. There's
shoulder shaking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even when the tears stop, you still like, that's when you used to get in trouble, though. Your parents used to get, that's when you used to get beaten.
You stop.
Yes, you better stop crying.
Exactly.
Put that thing on that bottom lip.
I'm not crying.
Right, I would definitely be up there. I would cry.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. You can catch that show. That's Night Court. That's on Thursday. I just said it. You can catch that show. You can catch the $2 Sports Show. That's on Fridays. Their newest episode's on YouTube. It is Aces. There are No Bluffing and Next Gen should drop today. I would think we got Grizz 901 should be coming back soon. No, I'm missing one. Anthony Sane. Got a whole bunch of them at bluffcitymedia.co. But back to our show.
Hey, you want me to put a bow on this Devin Booker thing real quick? I just saw all the stats. So this is what kept Jason Tatum off the floor. He averaged in the Olympics 11.7 points per game on 57% shooting from the field, 57% from 3, a 20-3 assist to turnover ratio, and a plus minus of 78.
Round of applause, Devin Booker.
Yeah, Devin Booker. Yeah, God,
Mel Gibson, Devin Booker.
Mel. Man, I love Mel Gibson. That dude is troubled, but he is excellent.
But he is wild.
Wild.
I pulled out the Mel Gibson quote from the Patriots the other day while throwing baseball with my son. But aim small, miss small.
Miss small.
Aim small, miss small.
We need a Patriot episode. We talk about that movie about every episode on this show. It comes up.
We might have a Patriot. We might go 3 deep again on Wednesday. Do Patriots. We'll see. But Mondays are for lasagna around here. It's where we talk about our weekends. We talk about our favorite thing and our least favorite thing, a la Garfield the cat. He loves lasagna. It's his favorite thing, and he hates Mondays. It's his least favorite thing. I can go first. My Monday. Well, it feels cheating. I don't know what the weather was like where you guys were. This was the beautiful. It's the prettiest weekend that we've had in a long. And so I did a lot. Got a bunch done around the house. Went and did the tomato arts festival thing. I still don't know what it's about. It was just a bunch of tomatoes. They were giving away Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, which isn't tomato themed. I got a bunch though. It's just, I did a lot of enjoying stuff. And my Monday is just Mondays, man. Like we were talking, I needed Friday last week and I don't want to go. I got to go to work after this and I don't want to. I just don't. Yeah. I really don't want to.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'll go next. So my lasagna was, I finally saw Deadpool this weekend.
Let's go.
It was amazing.
Yes.
It was everything I hoped it would be. And, I griped about seeing like little spoilers here and there. And it's mostly like screenshots that I would see on Twitter. Like I knew Jennifer Gardner was going to be in it. Like, and I knew that Blade was showing up and I knew that that Channing Tatum was dressed up as something ridiculous. And he was going to be in it. But I was good to stay disciplined and just keep scrolling, so I didn't know anything else. And so it was great. My Monday was that I saw it with Rusty.
I behave, man. Like he even said one point where they show Johnny Storm, he's like, "There's Cap," and I was like, and didn't say a word until he was like, "Say it." Oh, he's gonna say it, and I could feel Drew leaning in, and he was like, "Flame on!" And Drew was like, "What?"
I'm telling you, they did such a good job of like keeping that under, like keeping you on your back foot at all time. It's what Deadpool does the best. It's just like you're always kind of reacting to something strange is happening.
Yes,
it's really effective. It's like every time the last joke or the last thing is wearing off, they get you another one, and you're like, this is great.
And watching it a second time made me really appreciate how good of a villain Cassandra Nova is. She is so diabolical and evil, and just like it was incredible.
I don't like when she sticks fingers in faces. It freaks me out.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is very, very strange. And the opening number was equal part
electric,
amazing, and like just made me feel just like disgusting as a person.
It was vile, so violent, desecrating a corpse, the whole thing.
Yeah, like how in the world did Fox let them do that to Logan? Like it just like nobody can watch Logan now and see how it ends and not think about Deadpool digging him up and using
I mean, the Merc with the Mouth said it himself the best. He said, sorry for the opening scene with desecrating a corpse with a touch of necrophilia.
Necrophilia. Just a little bit. A little touch of necrophilia.
Yeah. So my Monday was I moved all weekend. My aunt moved into Corinth, which is exciting. It's gonna be nice to have her close, but like when you're big and tall and dumb, you lifting all the heavy things and moving pianos and boxes and like then I'm taping down rugs and I'm moving a dresser and I'm putting stuff in the shed. I'm hanging pictures and like it's not even my stuff.
You're like, what am I doing?
I mean, yeah, like and I love her, but like she made tacos and then made like biscuits and gravy and fed me a hot dog. Like that was my payment. I mean, it's family, so I'm happy to do it. But at the same time, like you could at least got something good to eat, But
I do like biscuits and gravy.
Oh, it's tomato gravy too, which is my favorite. So,
well, yeah, you really you're not coming across as very sympathetic when the first two options, the first two of the three things that she fed you sounds amazing. And then a hot dog.
Tacos are great. Like tomato gravy and biscuit, bacon for breakfast is it's like an all-time breakfast for me. And so like I'm not mad about it, but now I'm like I woke up this morning, I was like my back was a little sore. I'm like, man, like just like so I went to the gym and just kind of went through the motions just to try to work off some of the moving soreness. But same. But my lasagna today is at the encouragement of our one of our boss men, Kenny. I got a Ninja Creamy on Prime Day, and it makes like homemade ice cream, and you can make like little individual servings of it.
What?
That thing is the freaking goat, man. Like Maggie and I have made strawberry, pineapple, lemon sorbets, this chocolate peanut butter protein ice cream, but last night's was the goat of all goat, like the Simone Biles of ice cream, to make an Olympics reference.
What flavor?
It was birthday cake protein ice cream. It was this cake pop protein, and it was like it tasted just like y'all ever had. Like it tastes like a funfetti cake, or like Drew, I know you've had it. Like I've made like funfetti, like the funfetti dip with like the funfetti cake mix and Cool Whip and yogurt. You mix it up, dip the vanilla wafers in it.
When y'all made that, when y'all made that, because of the company that was there with us, I kept it to myself. But there are better.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Get out of here, man! It's so good. Funfetti is where
it's
at,
not my
man.
favorite.
And it tasted just like funfetti cake. It was awesome. Cake. I give Maggie all credit for that. She found that on Pinterest. Nothing good comes from me. Like, she gets all the credit for that.
Yeah,
it was awesome. Goat ice cream.
I love that. Now, before we go, I feel like this needs to be addressed.
Okay, so there, as the experts, we're Mississippians. We do it the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
There are lots of different kinds of gravy. Okay,
Yes.
Your classic white gravy is fine.
It's very
you
good.
throw some sausage in there. I mean, you're talking high floor gravies. Okay. Tomato gravy, you gotta like it, you know. But
chocolate gravy.
Let me tell you something that sets the world on fire, and that is chocolate gravy.
Chocolate
gravy.
Yes.
Come to Mississippi. In my opinion, and everybody thinks the same thing. My mom makes it.
Everybody thinks the same thing.
Yeah. And it
not
is,
from a packet like a homemade biscuit, Wayno. Like you make it.
No, not a cookie either. Like you people overseas call cookies biscuits. We're talking about a fluffy biscuit.
A flaky biscuit.
Not a cookie.
See, this is why Australia should just go ahead and secede totally from England. A biscuit is not a cookie.
No.
And you can put warm melted chocolate on it.
Goodness.
And make it so much
goodness.
better.
Sweet, savory. My God. Wayno, we'll have you as a guest on the show. You
Yes.
can have biscuits and gravy with us. Come to the States. We'll teach you how to eat. You'll never go back.
We'll have a Mondays are for gravy themed episode where we just mail you gravy. You'll get it on Tuesday, but we'll eat it on Monday.
We'll mail it into the future and you'll get it eventually.
We'll send you.
That's how time zones work, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
think
know.
that's how time zones work.
I've seen
You'll get
Back
it
to the
yesterday.
Future. Yep, I've seen Back to the Futures 1, 2, and 3. I know how time works.
We'll put it in the DeLorean. We'll get it to you.
No, Marty, that's gonna do it for today's show.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. God,
off the rails.
We're going off the rails like the DeLorean went off the rails. God, bringing it back. Thank you for tuning into the show. You can go check out Jess Benson's show right now over on Grind City Media. Thank you for tuning into our show, y'all. I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, if the person
Not going to be good. Don't trust the skinny chef. Don't trust the skinny chef.
Skinny chef. Don't trust skinny gravy. Don't trust skinny gravy. That's gonna be the episode title. Everybody have a good week. I'll be back tomorrow. And remember, if I can leave you with 2 things, remember just to be a little weird today and remember to smile. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Y'all have a good week.